In this tutorial, we'll go over how to administer throw-ins for our YDL games. Let's review the general provisions for how throw-ins are administered. Always indicate the color and the direction. The administering referee designates the spot of the throw-in. Make eye contact with your partner before administering the throw-in. The throw-in team must make a player available for the throw-in with no appreciable delay. For sideline throw-ins, a bounce is recommended. For front court baseline throw-ins, the ball shall be handed to the thrower. Once the ball is handed or bounced to the thrower, the referees move to observe the action unless the throw-in follows a made basket, in which case, no referee needs to handle the ball prior to the throw-in. The administering referee begins the 5-second visible count once the ball is at the thrower's disposal. If the clock has been stopped, the administering official should signal to start the clock when the released ball legally touches a player who is inbounds. Let's review how throw-ins are administered when on the backcourt end line. All end-line throw-ins shall be made from outside the thrower, between the sideline and the thrower. See adjacent diagram. All throw-in spots on the end line shall be outside the free throw lane line extended. The trail should bounce the ball to the thrower in the backcourt unless there is a defensive pressure.
In this clip, we'll see a dead ball followed by a substitution and an end-line baseline throw-in. After the shot attempt, both teams fight for control of the ball. The lead referee correctly calls a jump ball in the lane. Note that he does not follow our WSS mechanics here. He should have stopped the play first. The proper signal for that is a raised open hand. After the dead ball, the horn sounds to alert the referees of a pending substitution, and the referee uses his hand signal to wave in the player. After the substitution is made, the lead becomes the new trail and designates the spot of the throw-in. He correctly bounces the thrower the ball and proceeds with his visible 5 seconds inbound count. Note that his raised open hand to stop the clock is rather flimsy looking and should be far more crisp. Once the ball is in play, he should have also chopped the clock in.
Let's review how throw-ins are administered when on the front court end line. All end-line throw-ins shall be made from the outside of the thrower, between the sideline and the thrower. See adjacent diagram. All throw-in spots on the end line shall be outside the free throw lane line extended. The lead should hand the ball to the thrower in the front court. The trail will mirror the lead stop and start clock signal on a throw-in in the front court.
In this clip, we'll review a front court end line throw-in. The trail referee calls the violation and uses his signal and voice to address that blue now has possession. It takes the referee a while to recover the ball from red. Once he does, he becomes the new lead and moves forward with a blue ball front court end line throw-in. After finally recovering the ball, he designates the spot of the throw-in. He incorrectly bounces the ball to the thrower. All front court throw-ins should be handed to the player outside of the lane line extended. However, he does display excellent mechanics with his visible counts and stopping the clock with a crisp raised open hand. Once the ball is in play, he correctly chops the clock in.
Let's review how throw-ins are administered when on the front court sideline. The throw-in is administered by the referee responsible for the boundary line. The referee not administering the throw-in shall use the boxing in principle.
In this clip, we'll review a front court sideline throw-in. Red is attempting to advance from the front court to the back court and travels. The trail referee displays solid mechanics for the travel violation following our WSS protocol. He then uses his signal and voice to address that blue now has possession. The referee recovers the ball and designates the spot of the throw-in for blue. Meanwhile, his partner runs to the new front court baseline so they can maintain our boxing in principle. The trail ref correctly bounces the ball to the thrower and proceeds with his visible counts.
Let's review how throw-ins are administered when on the backcourt sideline. The new trail referee shall administer all throw-ins in the backcourt and may need to change sides of the court, bump and run, depending on the throw-in spot. The trail should bounce the ball to the thrower for the backcourt sideline throw-ins. The lead referee not administering the throw-in shall use the boxing in principle.